Dearest friend, I hope this letter reaches you well. I will be sending it with my new page boy, Casper. How weird is that, huh? To have a page boy? We never had anything like that in the Old Kingdom. We won't ever be that place again, will we? I remember the rooftop sunsets, sneaking out of lessons to go play in the gardens, finding that snake in the kitchens. But now it's all gone. How stupid of my father. I knew we had to defeat the dragon, but sacrificing the gods to build a weapon? And not only that, the damn thing causes the ground to crack open, volcanoes to erupt, and lightning storms that destroy mountains. I would have preferred the dragon. They were so vain, Artie. So stupid. I'm sorry, dear friend. I just needed someone to confide in. The day-to-day duties are causing me to lose my temper quickly. Our people fare well. The magician's shield is holding, and we are able to grow food in one of the underground caverns. We found a large source of fresh water that will quench our thirst for years if needed. But we miss the sky. My people miss the sun. I hope you are well, friend. Know that we are all thinking of you. Your father is well. We miss you. May the sun shine above you and the sands guide your way. Your friend, Blaze.
Hello, Grumpy Owls, and welcome back to Home. This is episode 3, and I believe you guys just had a wonderful little letter written to the architect from Blaze, which is actually the first letter that has been written to the architect. So some of you may notice in the little bar on the bottom of my screen here that we are in creative, and we need to talk about that, but I'm going to show you guys real quick what I have been working on. So, boom. That is the immigration center that I was working on last time. And I have built the top part of this in Creative. And we are going to be building a lot more things in Creative now, because currently, like, life situation, time situation, I do not have time to sit down and do this in survival. I was really going to try, and I thought it was going to be a lot of fun to do, but, like, I right now am getting to where I'm only able to record, like, you know, when I can, and it's just, it's going to be a little too hard to just do that. Any playtime that I have is very small and not able to just kind of just get in here and do this. Also, I am recording in the middle of the day again, so if you guys hear some babbling in the background, it is my two little daughters who are just, hopefully, sounds like they're playing Battle Block Theater right now, actually, which is pretty hilarious. But yeah, we are in a default. I found a resource pack that I finally enjoy, and it's just called Default. It's created by Stridey MC. I don't know like specifically what it is. I've got all this stuff over here of things that work and don't. This Tanoa was actually really cool, but it does some weird things with the shaders. The B-dubs is on here because I just finished doing a cinematic thing for a friend of mine, and he actually builds in B-dubs texture pack, so I had to get that on there. My place actually does not look very good with his texture pack. if you've ever used his stuff and had shaders, you'll notice he does a lot of connected textures in his texture pack. And those textures are built off of like a water transparency or something. And so yeah, everything is surrounded by like this little thing of transparent water. It's really weird. But let's go see this lovely thing over here. So this is the Immigration Center. Got a big old white and light blue flag up here, which I have decided the kind of Council of the Enlightened colors and the capital city colors are going to be this white and this light blue. I haven't built a banner for them yet, so I'll probably end up doing that. But we've got a kind of crazy roof up here. Nothing really specifically like that I was trying to aim for. Lots of little minor details trying to just fill this thing out so it wasn't just a white, like, I guess, tower. But let's go down here. So down here is fantastic, because then we're gonna... Hi, look at this place. This place is lovely. It's got a compass for immigration. I don't know why. But yeah, so you come out of the portal over there from the waiting zone and come into Sanctuary proper, and you will go over here into the Immigration Center. This is where the lovely people will take your name down and all of that fun stuff and put it in the books. And then got some carpet in here, which this is actually a design from Klatos. I hope I'm saying that right. He actually had this like really cool little, whoa, hello thunderstorm, just randomly pop up and scare me. Thank you. But yeah, he had this great like medieval build where he was doing like a tavern, and on the ground it looked like this multi-layered like rug, and I really liked it, so I brought it in here. He's actually listed down in the description of my my video right here. So yeah, just a little waiting area, just a little place to chill. This is a painting on an item frame, which I love. These torches, really easy design to do. So this is a torch on a wall, and do I have all the stuff for it? Yeah, I do. Okay, so basically you stick the item frame down, or you can do the torch first off to the side a little bit, right there, so it's actually sitting on the same thing, and then boom, put a little fence in there. You can do multiple things. So yeah, it's nice. It gives light and it looks not terrible. Loving this glass and this shader too. So this is actually how glass used to be made. It used to be wavy and nasty looking. But we go upstairs, we've got a couple little bedrooms right in here, just for people to, you know, rest if they happen to need to, because we'll be sending in small groups of people. Big old painting of like a desert area to kind of like, hey, you know, like, this is the old world and we're gonna build an awesome new world. Little sit down area, which right here you can see who comes out of the actual like portals. Oh, I did finish that bridge down there. I will show you guys that eventually. And just another little bedroom back here, so it's got a little office, probably one of the scribes from downstairs. And then up here we just got this big area that I haven't filled out just yet. I just put torches in. I haven't detailed it. I haven't put any like actual decorative interior stuff, and I still need to do like a rug on the floor up here, which is not going to be able to be like busted out because then it would just be right here. And then if we come outside and let's get rid of this little this rain there. Yeah, this is the bridge I ended up building for this area. So I told you it wasn't going to be anything too crazy, and it's really not. It is cobblestone. It's got some dark oak wood over the top of it. So pretty much just a small arch. Took a little bit of a cobblestone stair right here, and that's just really simple to do. And up top, I left up these blocks to hide that one, and then connected some cobblestone walls. Now, one thing that bothers me about this is over here, this is like one of the cobblestone, but over here it's two. But if I back it up, it looks weird. Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's because this came out in a weird number. But yeah, and I decorated the place up a little bit more. So I put in some more grass. I put in some wheat and some beets, like throughout the area. Let me see, give us some daytime. Yeah, I put in some beets down here, some wheats, just kind of decorated the place up a little bit. And then I started building this wonderful little thing here. So this is actually going to be our first, like, inn. So where you actually would come in and you basically would stay. Now, I think all of the inns in this area are going to be free to stay in. I don't think it's going to be like a, like, you know, oh, come in after you being a refugee from a destroyed world, and give us your money. I think this is all going to be government funded right here, but I still have to work out the economy for Edry. But this is going to be our main little area. I'm still doing some design work in here with what I want to do. Got a big old hunk of meat over here. This is another one of Klatos' designs. So if you guys notice in the back there, let me knock these out for a second. Yeah. He has coal blocks in the back section of his fireplace, and I really, really like that because it gives like a burnt, toasted look. I put in a little bit of nether stone brick just to kind of throw in a little bit of a color difference. And then I've got our lovely little stuff here. What is that? Nether wart block. To give us a lovely little, you know, fried meat thing there. And I'll, of course, dress this up. I need like a chair here, you know, the page boy who has to spin this, or whoever owns the tavern. Got a couple windows up there. I'm just starting into this, so this is kind of rough, but it's gonna be fun. I need to decide like what I want to do here, because I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. So what this is for, I want to try to teach you guys a little bit of building technique while I am, you know, showing you this like fun little, you know, world that I'm building. So doing this up on the top, if you guys have seen my builds, which I'm sure you have, you notice I like doing this like beamwork up top, and all that is just upside down stairs. So boom. There you go, you got beams. It's a really, really cool way to do like almost any size build. Like as long as you're up, what, 4, it ends up looking pretty decent. So say like if I think in my little house here, it has the same thing. Okay, yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So on my 4th level now, this is weird because of the way this got built up, but you notice I have that right there, those 2 little things. That makes it just really, really easy to do. Here we go. So yeah, upside down stairs gives a little bit of a beam look. Now, I'm one of those people who are really big into like building supports when you're building these things. Because people like to build these really big, massive things, and there's no internal structural support to them, and that always kind of gets to me. I think I was talking with, like, I think it was Tim and One Man, One Game yesterday, and we were talking about, like, people building back and forth between fantasy and realistic medieval, and like building authentic stuff is really, really fun. It's actually really hard to do, so it makes it very challenging. But most of the Minecraft builders that you see, they're like, this is my medieval house, or build this easy medieval house, or this, they're all fantasy medieval. Every single one of them is fantasy medieval, because traditional medieval is boring as crap. It is basically a box, maybe one room, and like a thatch roof. That was the majority of medieval like time. A lot of people they kind of throw a, like, just toward the end of the medieval era, starting into like maybe a little bit of the Victorian era. Like there's a big mix of stuff in that, especially like German, like the German medieval rich style, like Victorian style, where it's got like the white the white plaster and all the decorative stuff like this. Like, this is very German. So I don't know, it gets confusing when you're talking about trying to say, oh, I'm building a medieval thing. I will let you guys know right now, we are in a complete fantasy world. This is fantasy, this is basically kind of my build style, which is just super weird. But yeah, we are going fantasy. There is a medieval setting to this, but my builds are fantasy medieval. They are not going to be authentic. There is not a lot of authenticity. The only authenticity you'll see is me trying to make sense out of these builds. But yeah, lots and lots of support structure. And what is cool about being able to do this and giving this just a lot of depth, I've got, 4 layers of depth here. So we've got the initial, that's pushed in from that fence. This is pushed in up here. And then we have, let's see, I guess we're on 1, 2, I guess 3, but this outline would count as a 4th. So I've half slabbed, I guess, in a way, this, half slabbed that, and then half slabbed this. So just, you know, something interesting to do, but it creates the focal point of having different sections, which I really like doing that. So if you didn't want to build a wall, you have this basic visual room right here. So I could say this is a section, this is a section, this over here is a little section, this over here is a little section. And what that does is it helps me personally break up my builds, because like right over here, this section would then, to me, end up turning into like our little like bar area. So boom. So there is a section done, and it gives this just a little bit more. I'm not going to leave that there. This is going to have more. But what it also does is over here, what I can do is I can actually like break this off. Let me see here. Maybe I'll bring in some of this white inside. Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, I can bring this in, bring that down. And there we go. I have a little door built into my back section. So boom, right there. So that broke off that section, so it's easier for me to build. That means, you know, you can't get back here. I do need to build stairs, which I think I will probably end up doing over here, because this area is just kind of like beat up at the moment. I can basically just do a really, really simple stair, and it's nice and open up there. So I'd say we could probably start here, go up. Right here we would want to do a little flat section there. Maybe just do a single layer going up here. I think that might be kind of cool. And then get that out of the way. Let's do a turn here. There we go. So yeah, I think we'll just do a single. Let's just do a single one right there. Can we do that, please? Please? A little single? I guess that would be... Yeah, I gotta bring that in. One more. That's okay. We can do that. We can do that. That'll be nice. Get rid of you. You come up here. You go away. You go away. And then, okay, we are up on the roof. Cool. So I like that. Yeah, that will be easy. Nothing too bad, because that's where you're gonna go up to your room. So it's not gonna be too challenging. Now let's see here. What would I do here? I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's put that there for now. Go ahead, bring this down, because this is going to need like an actual like structure support. I really don't like hiding that window, but I guess there's not much I could do with that. I guess I could put it like up this way, because I mean that window, it's going to look fine from the outside, but let's go ahead and drop one right there too, so that way you're coming up here and you're like, oh hey, look, I can see a tree. I can't see anything because this glass is frosted over. Oh, there's my kids in the background. Wah! You can hear them. They're fun. They're adorable. Let's go. Need some daytime, please. But that'll look nice. Yeah, see, that doesn't look bad. And then underneath this, I can probably just do one of these deals. Really, really simple design, but this one I imagine more would be connected to the actual supports than it would be connected to like the actual ceiling. So I think that's actually gonna work pretty well. I can use this area for like storage. So like, let's see here. I can do chest. Give me those chests. Decorative block. It is not a decorative block. It is a very nice, easy block to put things in. So let's just do one of these little doodads, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of chestises that are going to be used in this world. And then we can plop that there and do one of those. There we go. And you can turn this, by the way, make it like look however you want. Some people like it upside down. I think it's just because of the way these two little things right here are positioned. I actually don't like that even right there, mainly just because I don't like the idea of flames touching that. But, I don't know, maybe I could just like, yeah, I guess we could like move it over one. Let's see here. So, grab you, put you on there. Oh, stop with the rain. Jeez. Always raining up in here. I'll let that thunderstorm go through. I don't know if it's an actual thing or not, but like I feel like the thunderstorms like in the world, that if you don't let them finish, that it tends to like, I don't know, be a longer storm. Does it make sense to anybody? Probably not, but that's okay. So yeah, I don't know, maybe if anybody can let me know if that's like a thing or not, or if maybe I'm just absolutely crazy. I kind of like that. That gives a nice little hedge right there. Maybe bring one of those like up this way. That'd be kind of cool. And then drop one right there. Nice. I like it. It's cute. It's lovely. It's loverly. This also needs to have some torches, because this place is just a little bit dark, and I am not a huge fan of the darkness. Mainly because if you decided to play this on survival, it would not be a fun time. Not be a fun time whatsoever. There's a lot of half slab in this. I'm really sorry about that. If you guys noticed, it's just kind of a mixture of, like, I don't know, levels of half slab, whereas I don't think it probably should be. And I think I want to do some window right there. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. This, I think maybe a double window. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't want to do too much window, because then it just kind of throws off the whole support structure. But I like it. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and put in a window there. Brown windows. So like government buildings, I'd assume would have like that light blue color, because it's a little bit like more expensive to get. But typical medieval builds, I don't know. It's not going to be that much to do. What I will probably do is get some of this orange. Now, orange and brown are going to be kind of your colors you want to do medieval style with if you are going for more of a realism, because what this is basically showing you, which I think I've even just already put, yeah, I guess that one could probably be orange. So you see where this light shines like this? That is going to be reflective light. Reflective light is going to go into these windows. Those windows, which are normally brown, are going to be given a little bit of an orange tint from these torches. So if you were actually building, like, you know, oh, I'm going to put in a window here, you may want to consider using your windows as a way to show light. Because, like, if I went outside, let's see here, let's go outside and show you guys. Time set night, And then let's clear this weather out. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this torch because it's kind of in the way of trying to show you guys what I'm talking about. So here we go. You see right here, there's a very slight color difference, and I'm trying to get this where you guys can see it because I know YouTube tends to darken things, but this is the brown and this is the orange. So this now makes this side where that torch is look like it's shining a little bit brighter than this side, which would be in the brown. So that's something you guys can think about doing. That also works with different colored glass. So say I'm using this light blue glass. If I had a really bright light in here, I could maybe take a little bit of this and do like a white, maybe even a cyan. If you also just had blue instead of light blue, then you could use the light blue to show a little bit more light. So just kind of something to think about as far as building is concerned. Just some fun little things. Floor in here, not much. I mean, cobblestone, brick, and like stone. I'm just kind of trying to bring in a little bit of flavor from the outside. You would basically come in here, you know, people could load up their stuff or whatever they have and go up to their rooms. So we're going to come up here. This will probably be a hallway that will then go up into another hallway that goes this way. So what I'll probably end up doing is this needs to get all closed off somehow. But I'll probably end up doing, let's see, I like doing about 3 there. So let's go here. I'm going to leave that as a 3. Bring that over. Okay. And so this will be our basic outline. So you'll come up here, maybe make this 1, I think I'm going to do this as a 2. And that should be pretty good, pretty easy. And boom. Okay, so hallway. So I want to do, I guess, 2. Yeah, I'll just do 2 rooms here. So 1, 2, and okay, so we got 2 rooms here. Maybe I could stretch that out. I guess since we're doing the thin stairs, we should probably do that. So let's go ahead and do a single hallway. Which will mean... Okay, so I decided on doing something different here. So, since we did that, what we can probably do is do some separate rooms, maybe? Like down this way. So, if we did this business, and this business right here, let's put it in the middle here, and in the middle here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have 4 rooms. Remember that, like, medieval-based builds, if you really go back in time to look at them, not very large-scale houses, especially people I see do with Victorian all the time, because it's a kind of a new thing for these like house fixer-upper shows and stuff, is to take these like old Victorian houses and beat the crap out of the rooms and just make these giant, you know, massive rooms. Like, oh, I could fit 17 elephants in my living room, whereas traditional Victorian houses actually had really small rooms. My wife actually grew up in a old abandoned, like, well, not abandoned because she was living in, but an old tobacco warehouse. And it was built like Victorian time era, and probably the early 1800s, late 1700s. I do know it was built pre-Civil War. Because of the slave quarters in the bottom of the house, like the warehouse. So it is very old, but the rooms in it were very small, but there were a lot of them. And I think her aunt owns the house now or something, but the room had a lot of really small little rooms, or the house had a lot of small little rooms, and that's traditional Victorian. Like, it's very cramped together. The more rooms you had, I know this is weird, the more rooms you had in that time period, the richer you were. So, because you had privacy, and privacy was what everyone wanted at that point. They didn't want the giant windowed rooms. Like, they wanted dark rooms that were private to the world and no one could see what was happening inside. There were even rooms that were like the size of what most of you would consider your walk-in closet, and that was considered like, you know, luxury privacy. So try to consider these things when you're building like medium-sized builds, I guess, which is what these would classify as. But you want to fit a lot inside. I especially see a lot of people building medieval, especially in the Conquest Reforged pack that I was just using, where they tend to forget that medieval, like, and Victorian style, even fantasy style housing, yeah, not a lot of room inside. It's kind of the way things worked back then. So if you are doing something like that, then just keep that in mind, I guess. It's always good to do your architectural history, and just history in general when you're trying to build things. So that's going to be our outline for second floor. I think I'm going to do a third floor as well, and then maybe slap a roof on this, or maybe just leave it as so and slap a roof on it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it is raining again, because that's just our life. Our life is dealing with this rain. Although it does this really, really cool, like, reflection thing on the ground with these shaders, which, by the way, I am using Seuss now. I know some people are gonna like it, some people are not. I like it. In default, it looks beautiful. So guys, I'm gonna let you go for now. I'm gonna work on this thing, and then sorry for the late appearance of this video. It's just kind of the way it is. Oh, I hate that. That's gonna have to move. But yeah, we got a lovely little immigration center. And guys, if you have not checked out the World Anvil for my series, I'm going to post it down below. It is basically where I go to put in all of the information, all of the lore behind the world and the story that's happening right now. You guys can actually find out a lot about Blaze, who just did his first appearance in the series. And thank you to One Man, One Game. He has actually provided the voice for Blaze twice now. So very, very cool. Go find out about him. Go find out about his people. That is all linked down there, and just have fun with it. All right. And I will see you guys later on. All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.